The beneficiary of this event is the UP-PGH Child Protection Unit. This webinar runs every second or third Friday of the month from December 2023 to May 2024 and will deliver interactive medical lectures by prominent specialists here and abroad on health benefits and activities for children wellness. To receive email reminders for future webinars, kindly register at tinyurl.com/champswebinars. Registration is free and is open to physicians, healthcare professionals, medical and medical allied students, and lay observers. For those interested in getting a certificate of attendance, please sign in the online attendance form to get a certificate. The links are in the description boxes of UPM Livestream and FB Live and chat boxes of Zoom and YouTube. Once you have registered, the confirmation email will be sent to your email on the Monday after the webinar. Please ensure that you complete this step to receive your certificate of attendance. Make sure your details are correct. We are now streaming on UP Manila Livestream, Zoom, Facebook Live at New Webinars, and YouTube at tinyurl.com/newwebinarsyt. If you are encountering any problems in internet connectivity, kindly refresh the page. The webinars are recorded and will be uploaded to our Facebook and YouTube accounts. There will be a question and answer portion at the end of the discussion to be facilitated by our moderator. Type in your questions in the comment box of FB Live and YouTube and the Q&A chat box of Zoom and the UPM Livestream. For those who are interested in receiving a certificate of attendance, please fill out the evaluation form at tinyurl.com/malusogeval after the webinar. We will also like to invite you to download the Immunity mobile app. It's a user-friendly, physician-guided health mobile app which features 1. An immunization record and tracker, 2. An information atlas on all vaccines available in the Philippines, and 3. Frequently asked questions and myths on vaccinations. It is currently available for free on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Additionally, we have installed a set of immunity booster stickers on Viber and Telegram for your use when communicating with your loved ones through the affirmation platforms. You may download them at tinyurl.com/immunityviber and at tinyurl.com/immunity-tg for Telegram.
Munting kwentong ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Children-Focused Initiative for Health Literacy and Development o CHILD Campaign ng New Health Caravan, Gawad Panitikang Pangkalusugan at Immunity ng Mu Sigma Phi Sorority. Ito ay kapwang itinatanghal ng Zonta Club of Makati Legazpi at handog sa inyo ng Insular Life. Ito ay pinamagatang Hope for Naomi. Handa na ba kayo mga bata? Simulan na natin ang munting kwento.
Nakasisilaw na liwanag ng araw mula sa butas ng bintana ang gumising sa malinding na pagtulog ni Naomi. Sa labas, masayang humuhuni ang mga ibon at nagsasayawan naman ang mga puno sa malamig na hangin nagmumula sa kabundukan. Magandang umaga, Naomi, sabi ng kanyang ina. Ayusin mo na ang iyong kama tapos kumain ka na ng almusal at maligo. Maya-maya'y dadaan na ang iyong mga kamag-aral upang sunduin ka. Opo, Inay. Magiging maganda ang araw na ito, hindi ba, Inay? Tanong ni Naomi sa kanyang nanay Rosie, sabay gawa ng mga sinasabi ng ina. Ito ang parating tinatanong ni Naomi sa kanyang ina. Si Naomi ay isang magandang bata na 9 na taong gulang. Lumaki siya sa maliit na baryo na kakaunti lamang ang mga kapitbahay. Sa mahabang panahon, ang buhay nila ay umiikot sa kaguluhan sa pagitan ng mga militar at rebelde sa kanilang lugar. Dito sa lugar na ito, kung tawagin nila ay Lupang Pangako. Lumaki ang mga magulang ni Naomi at patuloy na naninirahan upang mabantayan nila ang kanilang mga ari-arian, pati na ang kanilang mga kamag-anak. Nang handa nang umalis si Naomi, hinalikan niya ulit ang kanyang ina at nagpaalam. Hinalikan din siya sa noo ng kanyang ina at inabot sa kanya ang kanyang lagayan ng pananghalian. Mag-iingat ka, Naomi, at huwag kang hihiwalay sa iyong mga kasama. Siguraduhin ninyo na laging may nakatatandang nagbabantay sa inyo. Mag-ingat ka. Hihintayin kita mamaya. Bago umalis, kinuha ni Naomi ang isang kulay kapeng sisidlan mula sa cabinet at inilagay niya sa kanyang bag. Araw-araw, sama-samang pumupunta sa eskwelahan ang mga bata sa lugar na iyon. Sinusundo sila ng ilang naatasang magulang. Tumadaan sila sa iisang direksyon upang walang maligaw sa daan. Walang pinapayagang umalis sa kanilang dinaraanan upang makatiyak na walang sino man ang makayapak ng mga itinanim na bomba. Magandang umaga, guro! Masayang bumati ang mga mag-aaral sa kanilang guro. Pumunta na ang mga bata sa kani-kanilang mga lugar. Hindi sila pinapayagang makalayo o walang nagbabantay sa kanila. May pagamutan sa paaralan na bukas para sa mga batang may sakit o nasugatan. At pati na ang mga batang kulang sa nutrisyon ay pinapakain ng mga masusustansyang pagkain araw-araw. Natapos na ang araw na iyon at lahat ay masaya. Iniayos na ng mga bata ang kanilang mga gamit at naghanda na din sila sa pag-uwi. Tumayo si Naomi sa kanyang kinauupuan, lumapit sa kanyang guro at sinabing, "Salamat po, ma'am! Bukas ay magkikita tayong muli. Paalam!" Ang kaniyang mga mata ay punong-puno ng pag-asa para sa isang tahimik at mapayapang araw bukas. Sa daan pag-uwi sa kanilang bahay, kinuha ni Naomi ang kulay kapenyang sisidlan. Binuksan ito at pinuno niya ang kanyang kamay ng mga buto ng mahogani. Isa-isa niyang itinapon sa daan ang buto ng mahogani. Habang tinatangay naman ito ng hangin sa mga lugar kung saan ito pwedeng mabuhay. Sa bawat buto na kaniyang itinatapon, idinadalangin niyang lumaki ito at maging isang ganap na puno. Umaasa siya na makikita niya ang mga punong ito sa kaniyang pagtanda. Tuluyan nang lumubog ang araw at naiwan na ang mga bata. Kahit nababalot ng dilim ang kapaligiran, ang puso ni Naomi ay puno ng matitingkad na pag-asa para sa magandang bukas. Sino ang pangunahing tauhan sa ating munting kwento? Tama, si Naomi. Paano pumapasok sa paaralan ni Naomi? Araw-araw, sama-samang pumupunta sa eskwelahan ang mga bata. Sinusundo sila ng ilang naaatasang magulang, dumadaan sila sa iisang direksyon upang walang maligaw sa daan. Ano ang ginawa ni Naomi nang pauwi na siya galing sa eskwelahan? Sa daan pauwi sa kanilang bahay, kinuha ni Naomi ang kulay kapenyang sisidlan Binuksan ito at pinuno niya ang kanyang kamay ng mga buto ng mahogany. Isa-isa niyang tinapon sa daan ang mga buto ng mahogany. Sa bawat buto na kanyang itinatapon, idinadalangin niyang lumaki ito at maging isang puno. Ano ang maaari nating matutunan sa munting kwento na ito? Binibigyan tayo ng bagong pag-asa ng bawat araw na lumipas. Hindi dapat tayo sumuko sa mga pagsubok ng buhay. At dahil natapos ninyo ng iyong tagapag-alaga ang pakikinig at pagsagot sa ating munting kwento ngayon, pinibigyan ka namin ng isang star! Congratulations sa inyo! Maaari kang magpalitrato kasama ng star at i-post o i-comment ito sa aming Facebook page, Mew Heals, kung okay sa iyo at sa inyong mga magulang. Ang munting kwentong ito ay isinulat ni Chris Manganay, iginuhit ni Nico Sadicol at isinalin sa Filipino ng Sentro ng Wikang Filipino. Sana ay nagustuhan ninyo ang ating munting kwento. Abangan ninyo ang mga susunod pang kwento na tiyak na kapupulutan ng aral. Patuloy na manood at ipunin ang mga stars! Bukod sa patuloy na pagbabasa at pag-aaral, patuloy na panatilihing malinis ang katawan, lalo na ang mga kamay. Kumain ng masusustansyang pagkain, tumulong sa mga gawaing bahay, magdasal at maging mabuting bata. Hanggang sa susunod!
Ang proyektong Munting Kwento ay nagtatampok ng mga kwentong nagwagi sa Gawad Panitikang Pangkalusugan Story Writing Competition. Ito ay isinagawa ng New Health Caravan Child Campaign, Gawad Panitikang Pangkalusugan, at Immunity sa ilalim ng New Health Education and Literacy Advocacy ng Mu Sigma Phi Sorority. Ito ay kapwang itinatanghal ng Zonta Club of Makati Legazpi at handog sa inyo ng Insular Life Sheroes, kasama ang PGH Department of Pediatrics at Mu Sigma Phi Fraternity, pati na ng mga sumusunod.
Welcome to The Champs, child-focused healthy habits and activities for maximizing physical vitality and safety webinar. This event is brought to you by the Mu Sigma Phi Medical Sorority, the UP College of Medicine, and the Philippine General Hospital. The beneficiary of this event is the UP PGH Child Protection Unit. This webinar runs every second or third Friday of the month from December 2023 to May 2024 and will deliver interactive medical lectures by prominent specialists here and abroad on health benefits and activities for children wellness. To receive email reminders for future webinars, kindly register at tinyurl.com/champswebinars. Registration is free and is open to physicians, healthcare professionals, medical and medical allied students, and lay observers. For those interested in getting a certificate of attendance, please sign in the online attendance form to get a certificate. The links are in the description boxes of UPM Livestream and FB Live and chat boxes of Zoom and YouTube. Once you have registered, the confirmation email will be sent to your email on the Monday after the webinar. Please ensure that you complete this step to receive your certificate of attendance. Make sure your details are correct. We are now streaming on UP Manila Livestream, Zoom, Facebook Live at Mu Webinars, and YouTube at tinyurl.com/MuWebinarsYT. If you are encountering any problems in internet connectivity, kindly refresh the page. The webinars are recorded and will be uploaded to our Facebook and YouTube accounts. There will be a question and answer portion at the end of the discussion to be facilitated by our moderator. type in your questions in the comment box of FB Live and YouTube and the Q&A chat box of Zoom and the UPM livestream. For those who are interested in receiving a certificate of attendance, please fill out the evaluation form at tinyurl.com/malusogeval after the webinar. We will also like to invite you to download the Immunity mobile app. It's a user-friendly, physician-guided health mobile app which features 1. An immunization record and tracker. 2. An information atlas on all vaccines available in the Philippines. And 3. Frequently asked questions and myths on vaccinations. It is currently available for free on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Additionally, we have installed a set of immunity booster stickers on Viber and Telegram for your use when communicating with your loved ones through the affirmation platforms. You may download them at tinyurl.com/immunityviber and at tinyurl.com/immunity-tg for Telegram.
Ang munting kwento ay isinagawa ng New Health Child Campaign Caravan, Gawad Panitikang Pangkalusugan, at Immunity sa ilalim ng Health Education and Literacy Campaign ng Mu Sigma Phi Medical Sorority.
Ito ay pinamagatang Maki's Colorful World. Handa na ba kayo mga bata? Simulan na natin ang munting kwento.
7 taon ako nung una ko siyang nakita. Nagtataguan pong kaming magpipinsan, sina Mikmik, RJ, Mumay at Yani. Nagkakantahan naman sa videoke ang mga nanay at tatay sa balkonahin ng bahay ni Lola. Naghihiyawan kami sa katatakbo sa paligid ng bahay. Maya-maya, gamit ang mikropono, nagbabala si Tita Lucy.
Huwag niyong babasagin ang koleksyon ko ng mga figurin ko sa itaas.
Sabi niya,
At huwag kayong pupunta sa basement.
Opo, Tita! Sabay-sabay naming tugon. Nagtipon-tipon kami sa may puno ng niyog na siyang nagiging poste sa taguan. Muli kaming pinayuhan ni Mikmik na huwag pumanaog sa may basement.
May nakakulong na halimaw doon. Naririnig ko siyang umuungod o kaya umuungot habang pinagtutulog ako ni Mama. Kapag hindi raw ako umayos, dadalhin niya ako sa halimaw na yon.
Pagkatapos, hinarap na niya ang pose at kami nagsipagtakbuhan na sa iba't ibang dako.
8, 7, 6.
Hiyaw ni Mikmik. Bumilis ang tibok ng aking puso. Mula sa aking kinatatayuan, tanaw kong tila magkanti roon sa may gilid ng bahay papuntang basement.
3, 2, 1.
Kumaripas ako ng takbo patungo doon. May lumang kahoy na pinto ang silid na iyon. May tarangkahang bakal at may kandalong nakasabit sa may seradura. Silid nga ito ng mga halimaw. Bahagyang nakaawang ang pinto nito. Malapit sa entrada, may mesang pinagpapatungan ng tray ng mga gamit na pinggan at baso. Nagtago ako sa ilalim nito. Dinig ko ang mga mabibigat na yabag malapit sa pasukan. At aking nakita ang batang may 12 taong gulang. Siya ay may katabaan, maputi, may mapipintong na pisngi at mapupungay ang mata. Maliit ang kanyang bibig na may mga mumu pa ng tinapay sa gilid. Ngumiti siya nang makita ako. Sinuklian ko rin siya ng ngiti at agad sinabihang huwag pumasok dahil may halimaw sa loob. Binaliwala niya yung sinabi kong iyon. Pumasok siya sa loob at ako'y sumunod. Dahan-dahan. Maingat na maingat. Bigla-bigla, ligid ako ng mga kulay. Napipinturahan ang dingding ng mga bulaklak na kulay morado at rosas, ng makukulay na ibon at ng mga magkakapatong na palisukat, bilog at sulok na may matitingkad na saring kulay. Dumako siya sa kasulok-sulukan kung saan nakalatag sa sahig ang malaking canvas. Isinasawsaw niya ang kanyang mga daliri sa botelya ng pintura. Ipinahid niya ito upang makalikha ng marikit na larawan ng asul na dagat at puting dalampasigan. Tumabi ako sa kanya at binigyan niya ako ng bote ng kulay tsokolating pintura. Magkatabi kami habang tahimik na nagpipinta ng magubad na bundok hanggang sa natuntun ako ni na mama, papa, lola at ng aking mga kalarong pinsan. Sa nag-aalalang mukha ni Mikmik, nahiwatigan kong aking katabi ang tinutukoy nilang halimaw. Maluha-luha si lola nang ipakilala niya sa akin ang aking pinsan na si Maki. Noon ko nabatid na hindi pala siya isang halimaw. Siya ay isang espesyal na batang nakatira sa makulay na mundo na ang mga tao ay hindi tumatanda. Mula noon, nasabi ko sa aking sarili, magiging masaya kung lagi ko siyang kasama. Ano ang pangalan ng bida sa ating munting kwento? Tama, si Maki. Sa tingin ninyo, bakit siya pinagkamalang isang halimaw? Dahil ito sa kanyang kakaibang pisikal na kaanyuan at paggalaw. Ano ang kalagayan ni Maki at kakaiba ang kanyang pisikal na anyo at paggalaw? Si Maki ay mayroong Down syndrome o trisomy 21. Ito ay isang kalagayan na hindi nakakahawa at hindi dapat katakutan. Ito ay isang kondisyon kung saan may tatlong kopya ng chromosome 21 na nagiging dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng mga sama-samang katangian at mga kondisyon sa kalusugan. Para sa inyo, ano ang maaari nating matutunan mula sa kwentong ito? Tama, hindi dapat tayo kaagad-agad na nanghuhusga ng ating kapwa. Tulad ninyo, si Maki ay isa ring bata. Mahilig maglaro at magkulay. Kaya naman, kapag kayo ay may nakilalang tulad ni Maki, makipagkilala, makipagkaibigan at makipaglaro. At dahil natapos ninyo na inyong tagapag-alaga ang pakikinig at pagsagot sa ating munting kwento ngayon, bibigyan ka namin ng isang star! Congratulations sa inyo! Maaari kang magpalitrato kasama ng star at i-post o i-comment ito sa aming Facebook page na pinamagatang Immunity, an Ounce of Prevention, kung okay sa iyo at sa inyong mga magulang. Ang munting kwentong ito ay isinulat ni Binibining Meg P. Garcia at iginuhit naman ni Ginoong Randy Valiente. Isinalin ito sa Filipino ni Dr. Eugene Evasco.
Nais naming pasalamatan ang mga sumusunod na naging bahagi ng proyektong ito. Ang munting kwentong ito ay hatid sa inyo ng New Health Child Campaign Caravan, Gawad Panitikang Pangkalusugan at Immunity sa ilalim ng Health Education and Literacy Campaign ng Mu Sigma Phi Medical Sorority.
Welcome to The Champs, child-focused healthy habits and activities for maximizing physical vitality and safety webinar. This event is brought to you by the Mu Sigma Phi Medical Sorority, the UP College of Medicine, and the Philippine General Hospital. The beneficiary of this event is the UP-PGH Child Protection Unit. This webinar runs every second or third Friday of the month from December 2023 to May 2024 and will deliver interactive medical lectures by prominent specialists here and abroad on health benefits and activities for children wellness. To receive email reminders for future webinars, kindly register at tinyurl.com/champswebinars. Registration is free and is open to physicians, healthcare professionals, medical and medical allied students, and lay observers. For those interested in getting a certificate of attendance, please sign in the online attendance form to get a certificate. The links are in the description boxes of UPM Livestream and FB Live and chat boxes of Zoom and YouTube. Once you have registered, the confirmation email will be sent to your email on the Monday after the webinar. Please ensure that you complete this step to receive your certificate of attendance. Make sure your details are correct. We are now streaming on UP Manila Livestream, Zoom, Facebook Live at New Webinars, and YouTube at tinyurl.com/newwebinarsyt. If you are encountering any problems in internet connectivity, kindly refresh the page. The webinars are recorded and will be uploaded to our Facebook and YouTube accounts. There will be a question and answer portion at the end of the discussion to be facilitated by our moderator. Type in your questions in the comment box of FB Live and YouTube and the Q&A chat box of Zoom and the UPM Livestream. For those who are interested in receiving a certificate of attendance, please fill out the evaluation form at tinyurl.com/malusogeval after the webinar. We will also like to invite you to download the Immunity mobile app. It's a user-friendly, physician-guided health mobile app which features 1. An immunization record and tracker, 2. An information atlas on all vaccines available in the Philippines, and 3. Frequently asked questions and myths on vaccinations. It is currently available for free on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Additionally, we have installed a set of immunity booster stickers on Viber and Telegram for your use when communicating with your loved ones through the affirmation platforms. You may download them at tinyurl.com/immunityviber and at tinyurl.com/immunity-tg for Telegram.
Manalangin tayo. Panginoong Diyos, itinataas namin ang iyong pangalan. Pinapupurihan at pinasasalamatan ka namin sa lahat ng iyong mga ginawa at pagpapala. Salamat sa panibagong araw na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin. At sa oras na ito na kami ay muling natipon. Gabayan ninyo po kami sa aming mga gawain. Bigyan mo po kami ng talino at lakas upang magampanan po namin ang aming mga tungkulin. Buksan mo po ang aming isip at puso sa mga bagong kaalaman na aming matututunan. At nawa ay maging kagamit-gamit ang mga ito sa aming buhay at sa pagtulong sa aming kapwa. Ikaw po nawa ang maluwalhati sa lahat ng aming katagumpayan sa araw na ito. Ito lamang po ang aming dalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen.
The title of this webinar is Malusog, Healthy Bodies Encouraging Healthy Eating and Exercise. Today's webinar aims to give us insights on the benefits of regular physical activity and the fundamentals of a balanced diet for the child population, as well as encourage children to choose healthier food options. For today's webinar, we have Dr. Feliz Katrina T. Ranche, Associate Professor of Ophthalmology in the UP College of Medicine, as our moderator. Welcome to
A pleasant afternoon to all, and welcome to the first installment of the CHAMPS webinars. Malusog, Healthy Bodies, Encouraging Healthy Eating and Exercise. This event is in partnership with the province of Bataan, Providence Hospital Incorporated, the UP Medical Student Society, and the Mu Sigma Phi Fraternity, with our official media partners, Our Awesome Planet, and Spark Up. This forum is a series of panel discussions that aims to promote important health practices for the pediatric population. We are on the first webinar of our webinar series, and for today, we will talk and learn about how to foster nutritious eating habits and regular exercise in children. I am excited to start our forum because I know that we will have an interesting and purposeful afternoon. If you have any questions for our speakers later, you may type them into the Q&A boxes of UPM live stream or Zoom or the chat boxes of Facebook or YouTube. Today, our esteemed speakers will dive into the world of active play, showcasing how exercise can be an enjoyable and integral part of a child's daily routine. We will also tackle the crucial role of nutrition in shaping a child's growth, development, and lifelong health. To formally start our forum, I'm honored to introduce our speakers. Here with us today are individuals who are exceptional and respected in their corresponding fields, Dr. Stella Guerrero Manalo and Dr. Maria Concepcion Castillo Sison. Our first speaker is Dr. Stella Guerrero Manalo. She is the head of the Division of Developmental Behavioral Pediatrics at the UP Philippine General Hospital. He is also the head of Access Hub of the Center for Children with Disabilities and is the Associate Director of the UP PGH Child Protection Unit and Child Protection Network. Everyone, let us welcome Dr. Stella Guerrero Manalo of Mu Sigma Phi Sorority, Batch 1987.
Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a holiday today, and thank you for being here and spending some of your holiday time to learn this. Now, I'm very honored and glad that the sorority embarked on this because I'm an advocate for healthy lifestyles in children, and the healthy habits have to start early. So let me share my slide. Okay. Okay, can you see this clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I was tasked to do the first part of the webinar series, Malusog na Bata. And being a developmental pediatrician and knowing that parents are always, what's important to them is to have smart children, I tied it up with yung matalinong bata. And we have to start our children on healthy lifetime habits. So when we talk about health, health is not just physical, and it has to be a balance between body, spirit, and mind. Now, this webinar, our first webinar, talks about the physical component of health, and we'll be talking about fitness, exercise, nutrition, and another webinar will deal on sleep hygiene. We'll also have a series on mental health, which looks into the social-emotional and cognitive skills of children, as well as the spiritual aspect of health. And we also have a session for environmental health, meaning we have to have a clean and safe environment. And these are all important for children to thrive and to be the best version of themselves in the future. So many parents ask, what makes children smart? And every day, That's my 30 for the past 30 years, because that's my field. Parents come to me concerned that their child is delayed in development. And I ask them, okay, so what activities do you do with your child? And maybe 90% of the time, parents would say, oh, we do the alphabet. I teach them alphabet, numbers, colors, and shapes. Does this make our children smarter? Or does play make our children smart? The answer really is play is the most important foundation for intelligence. And academic skills are something that children will encounter starting age 5 when they have formal schooling and for the next how many years of their life. So they have to enjoy their childhood years playing. As a developmental pediatrician, we always tell our students, parents, and grandparents that we have to understand that there is a sequence of development. Ibig sabihin, there are critical periods. Learning is sequential. We cannot jump the gun. So ang important for the first 3 years is really motor skills, motor coordination. And it's the platform. Because without proper motor input and movement, children will not have the attention to learn the next skill, which is in toddler and the preschool years, the development of language and social skills. Okay? So language is not ABC, 1, 2, 3, or rhomboid, trapezoid, because that's not how children communicate. Children will not communicate saying ABC, WXYZ. Children have to use whole words. Kaya yun ang pagkakamali ng maraming magulang. Inuuna nila yung school age skills, cognitive skills. And it becomes a memorized thing. Learning these visual skills is memorized. Walang foundation, because to understand what you are reading, you need language. You have to use whole words. So prerequisite for learning social skills is having language skills and communication skills. How can you socialize if you don't have language? And the prerequisite for understanding all the higher level cognitive skills is language. Language is really the foundation of learning in the future. Okay, I'm so happy that our sorority has this project, yung literacy, telling stories, which is so important in developing the skills for which you need later on in life. So the first 3 years of life, and I always lecture this to my students, is known as the sensory motor stage of development. When you say sensory motor stage of development, it means children have to be able to move. Okay, move to explore their environment and use their 5 basic senses to understand the world. So this is the sense of sight, touch, taste, smell, hearing. Kaya very tactile yung mga bata eh. They will grab at everything, they will touch it, they will put it in their mouth, because that's how they understand what an object is. And I'd like to emphasize that movement is so important, and so many studies through the lifetime of a human being mention that movement will really enhance brain development. And for children who have immature brains, what movement does, it organizes, makes the brain cells connect, and it organizes the pathways in the brain to mature the brain and settle it down. So maraming nagtatanong, bakit ang likot-likot ng anak ko? Because that's brain-driven. They are malikot because their brain makes them move, because movement is so critical to that brain's development. And di ba totoo naman up to for the age, the elderly, we also encourage movement to keep your brain functioning intact. So through the lifespan, this is very important. Ang problema, we don't give it much importance. Even in the school-age child, ang PE ay naging from 1 hour once a week to 30 minutes. They don't give importance to this very vital part of physical development. Now, when experiencing the world is very important kasi ang bata, kunyari may mangga sila. Ang mangga, may itsura, may amoy, may feel, may lasa. So they should be able to touch it, smell it, feel it, taste it with their senses. That's how they understand what this is, all those sensory inputs. And this builds an intelligent brain. Pero kailangan may magsasabi sa kanila na mangga yan. Sino ang magsasabi na mangga yan kung hindi yung adults around them? Okay. So, learning of language and learning in itself is through an environment of relationships. Kailangan kwentuhan, social engagement, and that is the most effective learning for children. So they learn from the adults around them, their parents. And kwentuhan is so important, not giving them drills, academic drills on shapes, colors, sizes, or the alphabet. And play is so integral to the development of that brain. And play is an activity, di ba? It's natural, instinctive, child-driven. And play is the way the children learn about the world. So play allows for movement, it allows for exploration. And you give a child anything, you give them a piece of rock and a stick, then they can invent a game with this. At least nung araw, sana ngayon din. Because they use their imagination and creativity. It's a process with no goal, but just to explore and understand the world. Hindi pinipilit ang laro, kusa ito. Unlike yung academic learning, which is forced on a lot of kids, unfortunately, at a very young age. Okay. So, we also look into play kasi is how children exercise and move around. But in 2011 and 2013, WHO already came out with recommendations kasi nakikita nila yung epidemic ng obesity, depression, anxiety all over the world. And this was maybe also driven because of the digital space. And when the pandemic struck, lalong kailangan magbigay ng effort for everybody to have proper physical activity. So in the UK, they made this nice infographic, which is a clear version of the previous slide, na children and youth have to have 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activities each day. The younger ones actually need more, 3 to 5 hours of physical activity. And that's achieved through play. And if physical activity is greater than 60 minutes, mas madami health benefits yan. And they encourage aerobic physical activity, the intensity, they should also incorporate strength and muscle and bone training 3 times a week. And these activities can be performed as part of playing games, running, jumping, and others. And it also includes doing household chores. Okay. It can be in the context of PE in school or planned exercise at home, in the family, school, and in community activities. Nung araw, at least nung panahon ko, pag nasa playground, lahat ng bata nandun sa swing, nakalambitin sa mga jungle gym, or they're inventing or playing traditional Filipino games. Unfortunately, ngayon, during recess or paghihintay sa pagsundo, ganito ang itsura ng ating mga kabataan. They are no longer active, they are sitting down. They are sitting down the whole day. And when they go home, their leisure, well, they have to do their homework. And then, ang leisure activity nila is internet-based as well. So they're sitting down for how many hours a day? Mahirap talaga maging magulang sa panahon ngayon. because ang kalaban mo is the digital space, which is very, very entertaining, which is very, very engaging. So parang we really have to make a bigger effort. Parents and grandparents have to make an effort to really balance these children. How do we balance them so that we provide moderation in terms of using internet and digital devices? And the importance of providing that balance is because very addictive ang internet and gaming, online gaming, such that there's a new field emerging, yung internet addiction, rehabilitation for internet addiction, because the part of the brain that that receives pleasure from online gaming is the same as the sugar addiction in an obese person and that of a cocaine user and an alcoholic. And even the intervention for dealing with addiction is like you're dealing with a drug addict. And for the past decade, many studies, and as pediatricians, we have been warning people about the bad effects on health and lifestyle of the digital devices and screen time. It causes social isolation. It disrupts sleep. And it causes obesity because these kids are no longer moving. They're spending how many hours a day sitting down. Therefore, we have recommendations, and we have been telling this to everyone for the past 10 years, that below 3 years old, absolutely no screen time. And many parents say because of the pandemic, they were forced to put their children as young as 6 months or 4 months old in front of the screen for 6 hours a day. And for 3 to 6 years old, it should only be 1 hour a day with 20 minutes supervised by an adult. For an older child, 6 to 9, 2 hours a day, pero 30 minutes per session supervised by an adult. When they're older, hopefully 30 to 40 minutes na, they no longer need adult supervision. So the younger they are, the more supervision they need. Okay, so that's how we deal with preventing internet addiction. We have to have rules, and we have to start the rules early. It is so hard to implement these rules pag addicted na yung bata, and they can be so addicted by the time they're 10 years old. And it's very, very hard to detach them from the screen. Now, exercise also has many benefits. Sports and exercise is so important in developing competency and confidence in children. Not all children will be academically excellent, but children have to feel that they are competent in something else aside from just academics. So when children are involved in sports, it develops perseverance. Bakit? They keep on practicing. They will practice hours and hours just for one event. And then that event, talo pa sila, but after it, they still practice. Okay. So this really builds resiliency and perseverance more than academics. And also, when you're doing sports, especially team sports, children become competent by practicing a skill over and over until they become really good at it. At may kasama sila. So kung mag-umpisa sila lahat, palpak sila. Pero the more they practice, they will improve. So I always say, nobody starts na magaling. Everybody starts na walang alam. And when they do these things together, sabay sila matatalo, sabay sila mananalo. Okay? And other extracurricular activities like the performing arts promote self-efficacy and collaboration, which is really the need of people these days. We have to learn how to collaborate. coping and relaxation activities, which is so important for mental well-being, are strategies that a lot of psychologists and psychiatrists use to help individuals overcome a lot of their mental anxieties. And of course, when you are playing and interacting, you are forced to constantly practice social-emotional skills and regulate how you act and react with other people around you. And of course, how can there be socialization during academic time? All of you are facing teacher, all of you are writing in your notebooks and answering worksheets. There's absolutely no socialization. You don't have to go to school to learn academics, but you go to school to be with other children and sana nga doing non-academic activities. Okay, and learning should be fun. Learning should not be imposed. It should not be memorizing things, because what's important in the world today is critical thinking and creativity. Yung mga first world nations nga, they're innovators. Kasi napaka-importante ng being creative. And being creative means children can figure out things on their own. We have to have faith that children are driven, they're wired to learn, they will find solutions. Hindi kailangan yung adults ang mag-dictate sa kanila how they learn. And they should learn a certain way and this way, and there's only one way of learning. Because everybody has their own learning style. One size does not fit all in terms of learning. Okay, and finally, I'm in the last few slides. Childhood is a short time. Childhood is 10 years. Kasi after the 10th year, ano na yan? Pre-adolescent, adolescent. And childhood, I believe, should be sheltered from all the negativity in the world. Ang problema with us being wired through the internet and the social media, young children are exposed to so much violence and negativity online na and their brains are not capable of processing all of these negative things. So they have anxieties early on that they don't understand. Maybe they think the world is a scary, dangerous place because all the images they may see unsupervised is very scary. So childhood that's filled with play and happiness, because after that it's the reality in adolescence na the world pala isn't so safe. Dapat yun later rather than sooner. And children should be sheltered the first 10 years of their life, sheltered from negativity. So they always have a positive place to go back to when they are adults in the future. Kasi happy childhood helps battle the future, yung depression, all these internet issues. So really being active, doing physical activities, interacting with people is very important foundation for intelligence and mental well-being in the future. Okay, I think this is my last slide. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Manalo. That was a lot of useful information. I really learned a lot. I agree po, encouraging parents and guardians to recognize the importance of play and physical activity can really help the children with a balanced growth and development trajectory po. A round of applause again to Dr. Manalo for all the lessons that she shared with us. For our viewers, kindly save your questions for Dr. Manalo for our Q&A sessions later, because we'll have our second speaker to discuss more about our topic. Our second speaker is Dr. Connie Season. Dr. Season is a professor at the UP College of Medicine. She is the chair of the Residency Training Committee of the UPPGH Department of Pediatrics and is also the president of the Philippine RFRHD Foundation. She is currently the chair of the Philippine Specialty Board of Pediatric Cardiology. Everyone, let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Maria Concepcion Castillo Sison of Mu Sigma Phi Sorority, batch 1996.
Hi, thank you, Trina, and good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Ma'am Stella also. So let me share my slides. Okay. Can you see my slides?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So again, good afternoon, everyone, and I'm tasked to talk about healthy eating under the topic malusog. So kanina, nag-focus si Dr. Stella on how healthy eating or malusog na bata will lead to a matalinong bata. And it shows kung ano yung mga subspecialty namin. At ako po ay isang pediatric cardiologist. So medyo I will be talking about heart health naman. Yung malusog na bata ay may malusog na puso. These are the objectives ng aking talk this afternoon. That's for you to understand the importance of good nutrition, know what a balanced diet is, understand the importance of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, proteins, and dairy, which are part of a balanced diet. And how do we motivate children to help you know how to motivate children to make healthier food choices? And hopefully, as I show you the pictures, you will see nutritious alternatives to common snacks and meals. So ano nga po ba ang importansya o importance of a balanced diet and good nutrition? There are really many benefits, and one would be physical health. Of course, proper nutrition will keep the body healthy because it is supplied by the proper vitamins, minerals, proteins, and carbohydrates and fats. And good nutrition can also help prevent a wide range of health problems, including obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and they say sometimes certain types of cancer. It can also promote mental health and mental well-being, better concentration, better focus. And of course, pag hindi po tayo nakakakain ng husay, hindi po ba at para po tayong laging nanghihina at walang enerhiya para dun sa araw na iyon. But when we eat good food and proper nutrition, parang it would help us really have enough energy to do all the tasks, and for the children to accomplish more tasks. Immune function, because good nutrition, siya po ang nagpo-provide sa atin ng mga vitamins at ng mga iba pang mga minerals na kailangan para malabanan ng mga sakit. Then, pag tama po ang pagkain natin, then gumaganda ang ating immunity at madaling labanan ang mga diseases like yung virus, tulad ng ngayong lumalaganap na flu virus. At syempre pa, hindi lalaki ang bata ng husay kung hindi tama o hindi sapat ang kinakain. At sabi nila na relate din nila ito sa pagkahaba ng buhay, at hindi lang sa haba ng buhay, pero sa kalidad ng buhay. At yun ay yung quality of life. Pag daw po tama ang kinakain natin, we're happier, we have a happier mood, mas maganda ang ating pananaw, mas maganda ang ating pakiramdam. At hindi nadagdag dito, pero syempre kung tama lang ang ating kinakain, ay maganda rin yung ating pag-manage ng ating health at pag-maintain ng ating health. So overall, a balanced diet and good nutrition will really promote a good quality of life. And I'm emphasizing physical health here because, as I said, dahil ako ay espesyalista sa puso ng mga bata, ay ito ang ating pag-uusapan, how good nutrition can prevent, in a way, heart diseases or any factors that can impact heart health at na pwedeng makasama, at gusto natin ang ating kinakain ay nakabubuti sa ating katawan at sa ating puso. So ito yung sinasabi ko, yung cardiovascular health. magkakaroon na kami ng party dito mamaya kung narinig niyo yung music na yon. But anyway, yung heart health, kung good nutrition, it actually prevents metabolic syndrome. So ano itong metabolic syndrome? Metabolic syndrome ay nanggagaling sa sobrang katabaan o ang tawag natin na obesity. And pag naman kulang ang ating kinakain at hindi tama ang mga ating or hindi sapat ang mga minerals or yung vitamins like vitamin B1, ay pwede rin namang maapektuhan ng puso at nakakaroon halimbawa ng beriberi or yung heart disease or because of thiamine deficiency. So para lang malaman ninyo ay ito ang isa sa mga pwedeng maging sanhi kung sobra o hindi tama ang kalidad ng mga kinakaing pagkain. At pag sobrang taba ay the others follow, no? Yung hypertension, mataas na taba sa dugo, hypertriglyceridemia, even hypercholesterolemia, tumataas ang sugar, ano? At pwedeng bumaba rin yung HDL na yung kaninang sinabi ni Dr. Stella, pag nag-eehersisyo ka naman, ito ay tumataas. Ang HDLC ay ang tinatawag natin na good cholesterol. At ito ay pumipigil para magkaroon ng pagbabara doon sa mga ugat ng puso at sa brain. Okay. So meron din tinatawag na high LDL cholesterol at yun yung ayaw natin kasi yun yung bad cholesterol na naiimbak doon sa mga ugat or that will cause yung tinatawag natin na atherosclerosis. So usually gusto ng mga lolo, lola, talagang pinapakain nila yung mga apo nila dahil nga naman pag malaki ay cute, napaka-cute no pag medyo mataba. Subalit ang lagi kong ine-emphasize halimbawa sa aking clinic is that hindi kailangang mataba at in fact mas nakakatakot yung mataba dahil nga sa kanyang epekto doon sa puso. At ito pa ang isang discovery, no? Pero matagal na rin ito na atherosclerosis begins in childhood. Akala natin ay yung heart attack o yung stroke ay nangyayari lamang sa mga matatanda. Pero ang na-discover nila noong pinag-aralan nila sa autopsiya, yung mga namatay dahil sa mga aksidente lamang, nakita nila na kahit sa kabataan pa lang ay nagsisimula na yung itong tinatawag na atherosclerosis. You can read here, no, lipid deposit of plaques. And minsan, may tracking na tinatawag, kung ikaw ay hypertensive pag bata ka, ay malaki ang likelihood na ikaw ay magiging hypertensive din pag ikaw ay adult na. So, kaya tayo nagsisimula sa bata, pagkabata pa lang, and to prevent cardiovascular diseases, ang isang panlaban natin lagi ay ang good nutrition. At paano nga ba natin susuportahan yung cardiovascular health at good nutrition? At yun nga po yung topic ko ngayon. And these are the 4 key elements of cardiovascular health in childhood to prevent what I have just showed you earlier. And that's proper nutrition. Bibigyan ko kayo ng detalye mamaya tungkol dyan. Pero ang gusto kong bigyan ng pansin or emphasis is that hindi lang ito tungkol sa nutrisyon. At kaya nga siguro ay maganda naman at pagtuunan na rin ito ng pansin kanina ni Dr. Stella Manalo, yung adequate physical activity. At hindi lang pala ito para sa puso, pero para sa talino ng bata at even yung kanyang character and behavior. We really want to avoid obesity at syempre pa laging kaakibat niyan ang pag-iwas sa sigarilyo. Hindi lang paninigarilyo pero doon sa second-hand smoke na tinatawag na may naninigarilyo sa bata. So, we have settled, alam na natin, kailangan talaga ng good nutrition to promote cardiovascular health. And this is what good nutrition is, and that's a balanced diet. And you will see here na ang balanced diet ay naglalaman ng hindi lang puro kanin, o puro ulam, o puro taba, o puro prutas din naman. Because maraming mga components or nutrients na kailangan ang katawan para ma-promote ang tamang pag-function nito. And this would include fat, At ang ating priority really ay yung polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fat. Ayaw natin masyado ng saturated fat kasi yun yung nagiging bad cholesterol. Yung carbohydrates na tayong mga Pilipino ay yun ang ating gustong kinakain, yung ating kanin na hindi kompleto pag walang kanin, fiber of course, protina, and medyo kailangan din naman natin ng cholesterol dahil ito ay kailangan sa pag-function ng katawan. And here on the right side, nakikita nyo na talagang dapat ay merong proportion. Ano? At mamaya baka bigyang linaw pa ito ng ating guest na dietitian na most of the time, yung mga calories natin would come from carbohydrate kasi we really need energy to fuel our day. And just a small portion would come from dun sa mga taba. Pero ang importante siguro like kung sinasabi sa mga anak ko, everything in moderation. But we have to highlight also now we need a representation no, of all the nutrients that the body needs. So ito, ang food pyramid. Alam ko iba-iba minsan ang food pyramid na pinapakita. But this one is mas maganda siya kasi dun sa ibang food pyramid, ang nilalagay ay yung parang more of go food, yung energy dun sa baba, tapos glow protina, tapos grow, yung mga vitamins and minerals. But ito, pinapakita dito ang proportion din ng mga dapat nating kainin para ma-promote ang good health and tulad ng sabi ko, cardiovascular health. And there should be, nakalagay dito, more fruits and vegetables. Mamaya mapakita ko sa inyo yung parang healthy plate. And fruits and vegetables should actually compose half of the plate. Tapos yung carbohydrates, ayan ay tapos followed by protein and dairy. So yung carbohydrates, nakalagay dito mga servings, ano. Siguro mamaya pwedeng bigyan natin ng linaw kung ano yung mga servings. Hindi ito isang bandehada, hindi ito isang kaldero o dalawa o tatlo, pero ito ay maliliit lang na cups, bawa half cup ng rice, isang slice lang ng bread, ang isang serving. Tapos yung protein or dairy ay maraming mga sources yan. So yung mga protina, pwedeng sa itlog, pwedeng sa mga fish or meat, pwede, pero marami pang ibang sources ang protein like milk or yogurt, yung mga beans, chickpeas, and nakakatuwang isipin nga kung how much nga ba ang kailangan. Ang sabi nila for a serving daw of meat o yung ulam natin ay kasing laki ng isang serving ay isang parang size of a deck card, yung mga yung baraha na tinatawag. So ganoon ang isang serving ng meat or poultry or chicken or fish, ano. Tapos pwede rin yung mga tofu, yung mga nuts or seeds, peanuts, almonds, so may mga ganoon. Source din siya ng protina. And dung fats naman ay siguro ito ay dapat hindi masyadong marami ang ating kinukonsumo. Pero ang mas importante ay anong type ng fat ang dapat na kinakain, ano? At sabi nga nila mas maganda raw yung mga polyunsaturated fat at ito ay yung mga nanggagaling sa fish and yung mga meron na kay walnuts kasi maki-Christmas na, but there's also yung sunflower seeds. Ay, hindi ko alam kung narinig niyo yung flax seeds, pero ito ay nabibili na rin sa market. Medyo may kamahalan lang, pero mamaya makikita natin yung pinggang Pinoy naman na naka-adapt dito sa ating setting. But what we want to avoid, yung tinatawag na trans fat, na hydrogenated oils, na nasa mga preservatives, packaged food na ayaw natin kasi nga ito ay nagdudulot ng pagtaas ng cholesterol or mga inflammatory agents na hindi maganda para sa ating katawan. But what we want also yung mga monounsaturated fat, narinig nyo na siguro yung olive oil, ano, yung mga source pa ng fat, avocado, mga nuts nga, yung almonds and peanuts, at saka yung mga seeds. So mga healthy pala yun. Pero again, hindi naman pwedeng magkonsumo tayo ng isang bag ng peanuts. Kailangang meron ding, we have to eat them in moderation at may tinatawag na serving. Okay, so importante sa balanced diet is not just the type, but the proportion of food. So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na healthy plate. Okay, kalahati dapat vegetables and fruits. Tapos yung kalahati na kalahati rin, 1/4, yung whole grains. No, kasama na dyan yung rice natin, but they wanted sana baka mas maganda raw whole grain, yung brown rice or yung oats. Actually, meron namang mas mura-mura, ano? At yan ay, ito pong mga sinasabi ko actually ay madaling hanapin sa internet natin. But this one is a good source, no? It's from the Department of Nutrition of Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. And then the healthy protein, which also includes your nuts. This is ito na yung mga dinescribe ko kanina. Okay, but more than that, I want to highlight here water. So minsan pag may dumarating sa clinic ko at medyo may mataas ang timbang o may katabaan, ang sinasabi ko lagi, water is your friend. Kasi nga, yung sugary drinks po ay isa sa mga main source ng sugar at ng calories at pagtaba, bukod pa sa ibang dulot na hindi maganda sa katawan. And yung healthy oil, ang priority po talaga yung mga olive and canola oil daw, as opposed to yung palm oil. Okay, and the more veggies, the greater the variety, the better. At ang gusto nilang i-emphasize, nakalagay dito na hilig ng aking mga pasyente ay yung French fries at potatoes, they don't count as vegetables. Okay, and here, you see here, as Dr. Manalo has said earlier, we have to stay active. Okay, so added to that, pag may mga dumarating na medyo mataas ang timbang, and usually nare-refer po sa akin yan dahil mataas ang blood pressure, may alta presyon, considering na bata pa. At ito ang isa sa mga pinopromote natin in order to bring down that blood pressure, including, syempre, yung pagbaba ng timbang. Kasi napatunayan yun, baba lang ng timbang, bababa ang blood pressure. It's the sodium intake, limit sodium intake, dapat to 1 gram per day. And dun sa kaliwa, it tells you or shows you what 1 gram is. So iba raw yung sodium, iba pag salt. But usually maraming mga manuscript, they talk about sodium, pero minumultiply ng some a factor, and 1 gram of salt of sodium is equal to around 2.5 grams of salt. So imagine niyo na lang ito, yung itsura niya, 1 gram of salt is actually half teaspoon. So, dapat bang i-measure lagi at lahat? Hindi naman, usually sinasabi ko lang, no added salt. Kasi minsan, yung iba, mahilig sa ketchup, for example. So, kasama yung salt, yung mga source ng salt, ketchup, toyo, bagoong, yung hilig patis, yung mga hilig nating sausawan ng mga Pilipino, ay ito talaga ay source ng salt na mag-aaring makadulot ng pagtaas ng blood pressure. At yan, ang pag-iwas dyan therefore is one of the important ways to decrease your blood pressure. So this is saan nga ba galing ito? I think from the National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute website, no, on good nutrition. And this here, you can see, ano nga ba yung tips to reduce sodium. Pag nalimutan yung basta no added salt. But here you can see, no, eat your veggies. Veggies muna. Ayan, fresh is best. Mas maganda kung ayan, tapos fresh or frozen skinless poultry, pinapatanggal po nila yung balat ng manok. Alam ko yun ang gusto minsan ng mga bata, go low or no. Okay, and you can check the nutrition facts or yung sa labels kung gaano karami yung sodium. We can pay attention also to the preparation. And here, ito ngayon ko lang nakita, subtract, don't add. Diba, minsan mahilig tayo sa mga canned goods also, or yung iba sa mommy noodles. We can actually decrease yung salt na nilalagay. We can wash the tuna and even the beans, no, to remove some of the sodium. So ito ay isa or a few of the ways to reduce sodium. And here you see limit salty processed foods. I think na-emphasize lagi yung pag-iwas sa processed foods, and I think it's not just for heart health, but it's one of the ways to minsan prevent cancer. Okay, and spice it up, spice it up. Uso ngayon yung mga herbs, spices, lemon, lime, vinegar. Hindi kailangan marami, kailangan lang medyo masarap. Parang social, konti lang yung kain, pero may herbs and spices. And that can also cut down your use of salt because of the flavor that it adds already doon sa pagkain. Okay. So now, ano tong DASH? As I said, dahil ako ay pedicardyo, I emphasize the diet that would really protect the heart. And in the DASH diet, every time there is a patient na mataas ang blood pressure, hindi lang gamot ang binibigay. Minsan walang gamot nga eh. It's really healthy lifestyle modification. And that includes the increased activity, decreased sedentary activities, and it always includes the DASH diet. And that's the dietary approaches to stop hypertension, and it has been proven to decrease blood pressure and offer other benefits. So dito ina-emphasize again yung fruits and vegetables, fish, poultry, chicken, lean meats, wala masyadong taba, beans, nuts, whole grains, and low-fat dairy. Okay? So you can visit this website dahil meron silang, I think 4 na parang files that would tell you yung how to start, how to continue, and what else to do. The recipes, even there's a video kung ano yung mga recipes na pwedeng lutuin that will promote the DASH diet. And again, nakalagay dito kung ano yung mga servings that I think our dietitian knows better than I do. Ang alam ko lang ay pag sinabing isang serving ng grapes, hindi ibig sabihin na 1 kilo ng grapes. So kailangan nating i-emphasize yun. Hindi pwedeng, naku anak, grapes na lang ang kainin mo. Ang isang serving ng grapes, I think is just 1 cup. Baka ma-misinterpret na 1 kilo, lalo pa at Christmas na. At marami mga grapes ngayon. So kailangan na measured ang mga kinakain din, even if it's just, if it's fruits already. Sorry at medyo malabo ito, but CV heart disease, they say, is a lifestyle disease. And lifestyle disease includes problem with nutrition and with movement. So inactivity and the high-fat diet. At ito ang pinggang Pinoy na similar din naman dun sa healthy plate. As you would see, half of that plate ay naka-allocate doon sa vegetables, yung mas marami doon, and then fruits. So yung banana, for example, is a medium-sized fruit. Isang serving noon ay isang banana, hindi isang piling ng banana, isa lang. And then the grow food, yun yung protina, na alam natin na ngayon na hindi lang pala fish or meat ang source, but also milk and egg and nuts and legumes na pwedeng source nga ng protina, may iba pang source. And then the yung carbohydrates are energy. Does not only come from white rice, but whole grain is preferred sana. Yung brown rice or yung oats, at pwede rin namang yung mga hindi whole grain ng pasta, pero pwedeng pasta. And again, may measurement. Hindi pwedeng isang plateful of pasta. As you can see here, ay around 1/4 of the plate. So, sa atin, sa Pilipino, ay ito ang mga usual pagkain at ito ang mga choices. Hindi ito yung all of the above. Okay, so for example, go food, yung grains, pwedeng cooked rice. Nakita niyo ba to? Half cup of cooked rice lang. Anyway, ang sinasabi ko lagi sa mga pasyente ko, kung gusto ninyong kumain ng mas marami, you just have to move more often. Kailangan mag-exercise. But here, yung pandesal, yung bread, yung cooked noodles na hindi kailangang ilagay lahat ng seasoning, pwedeng kalahati lang. A medium piece of fruit crop, o ito, potato na yon, yung go food. And then grow, we highlight fish and lean meat. And I forgot to mention kanina, tokwa, tofu, ang hilig ng marami. And small chicken egg and glow, source of vitamins and minerals. But fruits are also sources of sugar, kaya talagang everything in moderation. 1 piece medium-sized fruit, 1 slice of big fruit, or pag halimbawa raw kiwi, pwedeng 2. Pag plum, pero hindi naman uso ang plum dito sa atin. So siguro parang commonsensical na lang din kung how much yung serving. Kung malaki, mawap isang pakwan. Hindi naman siguro yung buong pakwan. Definitely just a slice of the watermelon na hilig din nating mga Pilipino. Okay, so now you know what a balanced diet is, the sources of a balanced diet, and how much proportion should you be eating. Ito naman, papaano nga ba natin ma-encourage ang ating o mga bata na kumain ng tama? So sabi dito, make food fun. Kailangan na visually appealing daw, kailangan ng konting creativity natin. Minsan walang problema yung iba, talagang masarap silang kumain kahit anong ihanda mo. They're not picky eaters, they just eat. But some would need our creativity in order to see food as fun and eating as fun. So make food fun, visually appealing, the more colorful, and it does not mean a lot of candies, a lot of colored candies on the plate, but vegetables, broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, yun ang pwede natin ilagay. You can involve kids in meal planning, food shopping, preparation, dalhin daw sa grocery, pwede mong allow sila na panoorin ka while you're preparing good food. And ito ang isang mahirap minsan sa mga parents, caregivers, be a role model and eat a variety of healthy food. So dapat yung mga binibili rin natin ay healthy. Yung kinakain natin ay healthy. Hindi pwedeng yan, anak, ang kainin mo, ito yung sa akin. Yung steak, yung sayo na malaking malaki at sa anak mo ay maliit na isda. So syempre kung ano yung kakainin mo, siya yung kakainin ng anak mo. Take a trip to a vegetable garden, maybe cultivate a vegetable garden in your backyard. Maybe take your kid to a fruit farm. Create a positive eating environment, no? Kung lagi natin pinagagalitan ng anak natin na pag hindi sila kumakain, they will dread even going to the dining room. So, ideally, walang TV sa harap. Avoid distractions and maybe make the meal really a family event that everybody enjoys. Present a variety of food from an early age, and we always advise that to the parents, no? And it will also help prevent picky eating. So buy fruits and vegetables instead of convenience food. I must admit, minsan nakakabili tayo ng mga chips. Para akong pinapagalitan ng mga anak ko. Pero, right, we should walk our talk. Guilty. I will walk my talk. Limit sweetened beverages, including fruit juice. Water is your friend. Bake rather than fry. Steam more than fry, no? At saka yung Filipino natin na mga food, mga sinigang, tinola, nilaga, okay? Yun, at healthier yun than fried, no? Sit down together for family meals. Limit eating out, especially at fast food restaurants. May excuse ka na, anak, we need to eat healthy. Let's eat at home. Pero pwede namang minsan lumalabas-labas for joy and exposure to other people, hopefully not any infection, but to just increase experience that will also lead to better mental well-being. Don't eat in front of the TV. Okay, so healthy lifestyle. Na-mention ito initially pala kanina ni Dr. Stella Manalo. I'm at the tail end of my presentation. And this is something na ina-advocate po ng Philippine Heart Association, yung 50-100. At 5 servings of vegetables and fruits. It means 5 servings of vegetables and fruits. 2 hours, just 2 hours of screen time. Pero sabi kaya ni ma'am, parang 1 hour na lang. But I know it's hard sometimes for our kids whose assignments ay galing nasa gadget or online. Ang sabi ko sa kanila ay 1 to 2 hours. They need to, stand up and do some exercise. 1 hour at least of moderate physical activity. Actually, 30 to 40 minutes lang naman yung prescribed talaga 3 times a week. 40 minutes, 3 times a week. 40 minutes a day, 3 times a week. Moderate physical activity, kailangan pinapawisan. Kailangan tumitibok na mabilis ang puso. And then zero sugary drink. Water is our friend. And this is something from the family na no smoking. At huwag nang para hindi na rin magsimula yung bata to do this habit that is really has a bad impact on cardiovascular health. So I don't know if ito ay alam ng mga naririnig dito, pero pag nakita nyo to at na-identify nyo, alam nyo na ang edad ninyo. Yossi Kadiri. I think there was a time na yung may Department of Health. I forgot nung time na yon, and that's what's being propagated. Yossi Kadiri. So, ibig sabihin, no to smoking. So, in summary, a balanced diet and good nutrition translate to good health. A balanced diet means the right type and proportion of food, and that means yung merong carbohydrates, preferably whole grain, because they have more fiber and nutrients, proteins, fats, preferably mono or polyunsaturated fat, yung mga again yung mga legumes or beans, and for oil, more of the olive oil or canola oil, fruits and vegetables because they are sources of fiber and nutrients. A balanced diet must be coupled with other components of a healthy lifestyle. Hindi pwedeng pagkain lang ang ating ina-alter. Limited dapat yung sedentary activities. We should exercise. Maybe make it a family event also. Zero dapat no one should be smoking in the house or actually outside. Avoidance of second and third hand smoke. Encourage healthy eating by leading the way for us parents, caregivers, or mga teachers, no? And creating a fun and positive food environment. And make eating a balanced diet. Make eating a family goal. Make eating a balanced diet. Okay, I get it. Make a balanced diet family goal. So, because good nutrition should really be the family's business. Okay, so nakalagay dito, they grow up so fast, don't they? Sure, they become more like us every day. So, importante ang role modeling sa ating mga children and the children that we are looking after. So, these are my references. Thank you very much. That's the end of my talk.
Thank you very much, Dr. Season. I learned a lot. Those are very useful tips. So di ba when you say eat healthy, start a balanced diet, it can be parang very challenging, no? Intimidating. But all of those tips are really helpful, especially I like the visual representation of the plate. Thank you so much. A round of applause again for Dr. Season for all the insights that she shared with us. So today's talks gave us a good and comprehensive overview of the importance of encouraging healthy exercise and nutrition in kids and how they both contribute to their overall well-being and long-term health. So I know that everyone's excited to ask questions from our speakers, but first let's hear from our esteemed reactor. To give us some of her insights on today's talks, we are very grateful to have here with us today Ms. Daisy Abrina Enriquez. She is currently a clinical dietitian and dietary manager at Providence Hospital. She is a member of the Nutritionist Dietitians Association of the Philippines and a member of the Philippine Society for Parenteral and Enteral Nutrition. She is also a lecturer conducting in-house reviews for the Nutritionist Dietitian Licensure Examinations at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. So everyone, please let's all welcome Ms. Daisy Abrina Enriquez.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Thank you for the kind introduction po, Dr. Trina. For the sharing of the learning experience and the insights from the talk of Dr. Stella Guerrero Manalo and Dr. Connie Season. So first, I'll talk about the learning insights from the talk of Dr. Stella Guerrero Manalo. Her topic is malusog na bata, matalinong bata. So sa sharing po niya kanina, in-emphasize niya yung what makes children smart. So, yung sa topic niya, binanggit niya na yung play or playing of mga children is essential and allows for exploration, or mas marami silang learning development through interacting and playing in the outside world, kumbaga. Tapos, na-mention din niya yung five senses. It's critical in the first years of the childhood. Yung five senses natin, it involves lahat ng yung mga sense of touch, yung mga nahahawakan ng bata. So it helps it plays a big role in the development of the children. And then she also emphasized about the importance of movement or having physical activity sa ating mga kabataan. So mostly po kasi yung mga kids nowadays, 'di ba, yun nga po na-mention din ni Doktora na exposed talaga sila sa mga gadgets. So ini-encourage po natin na they should be physically active and have at least 60 minutes every day of physical activity. So ano ba yung mga physical activity na yan? So i-add ko lang siguro yung halimbawa, yung mga bata instead na nakaupo sa bahay, slouch, sa harap ng TV or yung gadget, parents should encourage, or yung mga kasambahay natin na they play around outside. Mas maganda kung meron naman pong space sa bahay. Maglalaro sila doon, and pwede rin yung i-walk yung dog nila. Syempre may supervision ng mga matatanda kung lalabas sila sa bahay nila, or bike around the subdivision, or play basketball, yung mga outdoor games natin. And then na-emphasize din ni Doktora yung mga bad effects ng yun nga yung sa screen time. So it should be 2 hours every day for mga 6 to 9 years old, and 1 hour daily kapag 3 to 6 years old naman yung mga bata, and then 0 gadget for mga babies below toddlers below 3 years of age. So huwag bibigyan ng mga gadgets or i-expose sa screen time. And then, learning should be fun. So, dapat kusa ito. Huwag pipilitin yung bata kung ayaw niya naman talaga. Pero, yun nga, we encourage talaga na makikita kasi nila sa bahay na physically active, hindi yung pagkakain pa lang, higa na tayo or tulog or upo na sa sofa. Ganyan. And then, for the second talk naman po ni Dr. Connie Sison, malusog, encouraging healthy eating. So, the importance of balanced diet and good nutrition, yung topic ni Doktora kanina. So, na-tackle yung about the healthy eating plate. So, i-add ko lang na yun nga yung sinabi ni Doktora na water is your friend. Talagang important po ito na meron sila sigurong tumbler sa bahay na yun yung personal tumbler nila. Tapos, halimbawa, yung tumbler is 500 ml. So, that's equivalent to 2 glasses of water. So, mame-measure natin from there na kung nakakailang glasses of water na sila. Tapos, yun nga, i-refill natin. So, kung nakatatlong refill na tayo nung tumbler, meaning naka 6 glasses na siya ng water daily. So, i-add po natin doon yung mga iba pang sources ng liquid or fluid. Ito yung mga sa soup na kinakain sa dish. And then, ito rin yung mga beverages na from fresh fruit juice. So, kasama yun sa mga fluid intake ng bata. Ayun po. And then, the food pyramid, na-tackle din ni Doktora. Yun nga, yung baseline talagang food pyramid natin will be pinakamaganda is yung not food but the exercise. So yun talaga yung importante. Yun nga, physically active yung bata dahil it plays po important role kasi para maiwasan niya yung mga lifestyle-related diseases like yun nga yung diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease later on in life. Ayun. And then, natakal din ni Doktora yung food should be right in portion. So, doon naman pinakita yung pinggang Pinoy or yung healthy eating plate nga na dapat half of the plate ng mga bata na sinaserve natin is coming from fruits and vegetables. And then 1/4 coming from the protein. Yun nga, yung red meat, poultry, and mga tofu or soy products. And then 1/4 of the plate coming from the carbohydrates or yung kanin, pasta, tinapay. Ayun. And then, the 5, yung meron lang din na mention si Doktora about the healthy eating habits. So, kids should be involved in meal preparation. So, dito, maganda kasi kasama rin yung mga bata, involved natin sila sa pagluluto. I mean, sa preparation ng food. So, yung pag-market pa lang, so dapat healthy yung mga ini-stock po natin sa bahay. Na-mention din ni Doktora na yung mga binibili or mga foods na sa grocery should be yung mga healthy stuff. Huwag po tayong mag-stock up ng mga food na unhealthy like mga chips or mga high sugary foods like mga cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and then mga desserts or pastries. Kasi syempre kung ano yung nakastock po dun sa pantry or sa kitchen natin, yun yung mostly na ibibigay natin sa mga bata. And then, yun nga, be creative with their meals. Nabanggit ni Doktora na yung plate nila should be appealing or should be colorful. In presence of fruits and vegetables is really essential. And then, i-add ko lang din po yung pag-check ng label ng mga food products kapag bumibili po tayo ng mga food items. Like, for example, tingnan po natin yung likod ng packaging ng food item. So, kapag sa ingredients, the first 3 ingredients na mentioned, yun yung major component or ingredient no food item. So kung nakalagay po doon is sugar, most likely you source siya ng high source of sugar. So dapat iwasan po natin yung pagbili or pag-consume ng food item na yun. And then, na-mention din po ni Doktora na don't eat in front of the TV. Yan nga yung, dapat kasi mindful yung pagkain ng mga bata, lalo na kahit tayong mga adults. Mindful eating talaga po yung pinopromote natin. Kasi the more na hindi natin binibigyan pansin yung pagkain natin, the more na kain lang tayo ng kain, tendency is ma-overeat tayo or hindi tayo masasatisfy, and then we will have second servings or portions. So dun po pumapasok yung nagsosobra yung calorie na kinakain po natin. So pag sobra yung calories, ang tendency po is magigain tayo ng weight, and then if hindi natin siya i-burn through exercise or physical activity, that will lead po sa overweight or obesity. Ayun. So, that will be all po, Dr. Trina.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ma'am Daisy. Thank you also for emphasizing the reading the food label. It's so important. And sometimes it's hard to practice reading the label, no? But I think there are a lot of online resources then that can help us if we're just learning how to read yung nutritional info. So thank you. Thank you again to our speakers and to our reactor. And now it's time for our Q&A session. So a gentle reminder to everyone, you can still type in your questions in the Q&A boxes of UPM live stream or Zoom, or in the chat boxes of Facebook Live or YouTube. So for the first question, I think this question is for Dr. Manalo. Just a minute.
Uh, okay. As children grow, for Dr. Manalo, children have different learning styles and preferences. So how can parents and educators tailor or maybe incorporate play-based activities in order to accommodate the different needs and learning styles of the children?
Well, yeah, I can answer both question 1 and 2, and it's a commentary on our educational system na talaga it's so outdated, and I think the international examinations, yung PISA in 2018 as well as the recent one in 2022 shows that hindi effective yung curriculum. It really has to be changed. The methodology they use is like years ago, like 50 years ago when I was studying elementary, I had less things to study. But it didn't, parang I learned kasi you're constantly learning, and teachers shouldn't feel that they should teach everything. In this day and age, you have Google at your fingertips. Children have the creativity to look for the answers, to research for the answers. So talagang yung educational system natin talagang compliance na lang. So, ang sinasabi ko nga sa parents, it's the parents who have to ensure learning. Kasi parents, you know your children best. I mean, in a class of 40 kids, I don't think the teacher will be able to adjust to each and every child. But as a parent, na you are involved with your child's learning, it's for you to know how to adjust it. They will learn because of what's happening at home and not because of school. They just learn to take an exam. So after the exam, nakalimutan na nila lahat ng inaral nila. And I think that was from kinder to College of Medicine. So critical thinking kasi ang kailangan, and they learn it. Ang ano ko is sobrang structured eh. Overwhelmed. Yeah. So ang end point, because it's overly structured and too much detail, is that burnt out ang mga bata. So they're not learning, plus they hate learning. So, learning can be fun if you structure it less. In other countries naman, in Finland, in Australia, parang chill lang sila. They know, children will figure it out. I mean, and the progressive schools make learning fun kasi it's more active learning. It's not passive learning na nakaupo, then you lecture, then you take an exam, or you answer worksheets. For young children, talagang they're better when they're learning actively. So yun ang in a nutshell. Big problem.
Thank you, ma'am. I agree po. There are a lot of learning theories that support that there has to be a lot of room for discovery by themselves or maybe in groups with peers. Sometimes because it's so structured that there's no room for creativity anymore, and you don't really remember things that are just dictated to you. You remember more if you learn it on your own, right? Oh.
And make your own mistakes.
Yes, agree po. It's parang I think it also gives them it gives all of us parang a sense of safety if it's okay to make mistakes. It makes us unafraid to discover or explore more in the future. Thank you, ma'am. That was so insightful po. We have other questions po here. Maybe I'll proceed po for Ma'am Daisy. Can we ask po a question about the food prep, meal prep? At what age should we be encouraging children to make food choices and be involved in meal preparation?
With that, Doktora, siguro no certain age naman po for me. Basta po kaya na mag-handle or hold na walang assistance yung bata. Like for example, he or she can hold po yung mga fruits and vegetables without any assistance. So, para lang ma-feel niya yung texture ng pagkain, yung food items, para po makita niya yun nga po yung texture, like ng mga fruits and vegetables, ma-familiarize po yung bata. So for me po, no certain age, and then basta yung ma-expose lang po siya or magkaroon siya ng idea kung paano piniprepare yung food niya para mas ma-enjoy po niya yung pagkain. And yung second question, ano po yung term, Doctor? Yung pangalawa po.
Okay, there's another question po. What nutritional changes should I expect as the child enters adolescence?
Okay. So, for the adolescents, for the nutrition changes, siguro po, Doctor, emphasize ko lang po yung mga nutritional needs ng mga sa adolescents. Mga calcium, vitamin D products, vitamin A and iron. Kasi yun po yung usually lacking po sa mga adolescents, like yung consumption ng milk and milk products. So doon po tayo nag-lack. Para yun po yung isusupport natin para yung mga bata later in life, maiwasan po yung pagkakaroon ng osteoporosis or yung paghinap or pagbrittle ng mga buto. Ayun po, Doktora.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I noticed nga sa ads, in the ads for food for children, parang they're mostly focused on energy, no? Like this, drink this milk or eat this and they will have enough energy for the day. But it's nice that in the talks and also in your reaction, we emphasize that there's a need for balance. And hindi lang, because di ba energy, most of the time in advertising, that just means there's a lot of sugar. So, di ba
And
po?
not just that, Trina, there was a time that I had a 3-year-old patient who was hypertensive, medyo on the fat side, more of obese, like 3 years old pa lang, and because of the hypertension nga, and so I did my history. And apparently that the child has been drinking a Coleman of iced tea every day. Akala kasi ng iba, iced tea, alam mo yung pang-refreshing siya, but ito yung hindi na-realize that iced tea actually contains caffeine, and that can actually increase the blood pressure. So when we discontinued that, the blood pressure certainly normalized.
Yeah, I remember that I think my dentist or about the teeth, nagkaka-tooth decay because there's so much sugar in formula. No, there's a lot of hidden
Dental milk
things.
caries, yeah. Bottle milk caries.
So, there's another question for you, Ma'am Connie. About the supplements. Actually, question ko rin to, no? Are there any specific supplements that are beneficial for heart health in children? So usually, when people ask me about supplements, I just tell them if your diet is balanced, you should be getting everything you need. So is it the same for children?
Yeah, oo, tama ka. Well, of course, meron mga vitamins yung sabi ko kanina na pag makukulang ka sa vitamin B1, for example, vitamin, yung thiamine, that can lead to beriberi, cardiomyopathy. But if you eat a balanced diet, the one that I showed earlier, then there shouldn't be actually any problem. So yeah, eat a balanced diet. And well, merong isa na, well, it's not coming from a good heart or a normal heart and preventing its becoming an abnormal or pathological heart. Minsan, because of metabolic problems, yung nakakaroon ng carnitine deficiency, it's a metabolic derangement. But they would usually present na hindi maganda ang pagtibok ng puso already, and if it's secondary to carnitine deficiency, if you give additional carnitine, then gumaganda at nagre-respond naman doon sa supplement na yun. But overall, if you have a good heart, you start with a good heart or a normal heart, then if you eat a balanced diet, then that should be maintained naman yung function.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you to our speakers again and to our reactor. That's all the time that we have for the questions. So to wrap things up, these are my takeaways from today's forum. So number one, play. Play is very crucial in a child's development. So giving a child adequate time and space to play can pave the way for a balanced adolescence and adulthood as well. And number two, factors that lead to heart disease can start in childhood. This was actually, the atherosclerosis in children was a little alarming to me.
And encouraging good eating habits during childhood can give your kids lifelong benefits also. And it's important to be good role models for children. So what we expect from them has to be consistent with what we are able to demonstrate also. So thank you very much. Thank you again. To our sincere gratitude to everyone who made this webinar possible. Thank you. And before we end, we, the Mu webinar team of the Mu Sigma Phi sorority, would like to express our gratitude to our sponsors and partners, our official media partners, our Awesome Planet, and Spark Up. This webinar is in partnership with the Province of Bataan, Providence Hospital Incorporated, the UP Medical Student Society, and the Mu Sigma Phi Fraternity. With special thanks to the UP Manila Information Management Systems. Again, we remind all who are interested in receiving a certificate of attendance to please fill out the evaluation form using this QR code or tinyurl.com/malusogeval within 3 days of this forum. You may find the links to the evaluation forms at the comment boxes of Facebook Live, YouTube, and the chat box of Zoom. Once again, thank you very much for attending the first webinar of CHAMPS, Malusog, Healthy Bodies, Encouraging Healthy Eating and Exercise. And see you in our next webinars.
Thank you for attending CHAMPS, Child-Focused Healthy Habits and Activities for Maximizing Physical Vitality and Safety webinar. The Mu webinar team of the Mu Sigma Phi sorority would like to thank our partners, our Awesome Planet, Spark Up, Province of Bataan, Providence Hospital Incorporated, the UP Medical Student Society, and the Mu Sigma Phi Fraternity. We are also grateful for the support of the UP Manila Information Management Systems. Most of all, we thank you, our participants, for spending your valuable time with us. For those who are interested in receiving a certificate of attendance, please fill out the evaluation form tinyurl.com/malusogeval. Please ensure that your answers are submitted within 3 days after the webinar. We will also like to invite you to download the Immunity mobile app. It's a user-friendly, physician-guided health mobile app which features 1. An immunization record and tracker, 2. An information atlas on all vaccines available in the Philippines, and 3. Frequently asked questions and myths on vaccinations. It is currently available for free on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Additionally, we have installed a set of immunity booster stickers on Viber and Telegram for your use when communicating with your loved ones through the affirmation platforms. You may download them at tinyurl.com/immunityviber and at tinyurl.com/immunity-gg for Telegram. For more details and updates, please check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/MuWebinars and our Twitter timeline at twitter.com/MuWebinars. You may also email us at newwebinars2324@gmail.com. Before we end, we would like to invite you to participate in the next webinar of CHAMPS, Child-Focused Healthy Habits and Activities for Maximizing Physical Vitality and Safety webinar on January 19, 2023, entitled Malinis, Hygiene Heroes, Harnessing the Power of Personal and Sleep Hygiene. Thank you very much for attending this webinar. Have a great day and see you soon.